I'm Gertie Rude, back again, a Saturday mood. Here we are, Easter Saturday, day before Easter Sunday, and we're all on fete at the moment, you know, in England. We are, well I am anyway. Streets are pretty much deserted because everybody is having what one might call a holiday. So here we are, oh my God, no please. Terrified she'll spill her secrets, Prince Harry braced for shocking Meghan. Oh my God, really? Is this a thing, is it going to happen? Oh well, let's plough on. Come on, let's plunge in. What's going on, Dan?
New reports that Prince Harry is terrified.
Yes.
Meghan Markle is set to start spilling the beans on their sex life.
Right.
In her new Girl Talk.
So straight away I'm thinking, what is there to spill to start with? Because most married people don't go around talking about their sex life. Some might if it's really sort of out there, if you get me. And they're quite out there with their tastes. But usually you would find that married couples don't really go around, especially like talking publicly, like on an internet forum. But there you go. We live and learn with the Marklet, don't we? We live and we learn. We learn, we do.
Podcast.
We observe and witness.
We'll get reaction to this story from Harry's biographer, Angela Levin.
Oh, here he goes, Ange. Come on, Ange.
Our royal mastermind.
I love that.
In just 1 minute. But first, let me take you through this hilarious, fascinating reporting from Radar Online.
Go on.
Prince Harry is terrified his wife Meghan Markle will lift the lid on their bedroom secrets to make a few bucks. She's launching a new podcast series with the promise of...
But she's married to him, he's married to her, so why is he telling everybody except her? And where's this come from? Terrified she'll spill her secrets. Who said that? Who said that he said that? And if he said that, why has he said that? Why would you be worried about that? I've never ever been worried about anything like that, and I'm sure most married ladies out there haven't had that concern, darlings. Unless, as I say, you're out there and your tastes are somewhat different. Let's just say different or varying to the pedestrian.
Girl Talk, and the Duke of Sussex has been left petrified. It means his wife is gearing up to spill all about their sex life. Radar Online.
Shall we have a little guess? Do you think she's the dominatrix? Do you think he dresses up like a baby, maybe? And she has to breastfeed? Oh, let's stop. I didn't say that. Just ignore that. I didn't say that. Anyway, I was having a really, sick gothic noir fantasy there for a moment, because nobody wants to visualise that. No one.
And rumours are already swirling around their circle of
An
pals
insider said, hang on, let me read this. An insider told us she will delve into the nuanced and often unspoken aspects of personal relationships and intimacy. Each episode will feature candid conversations with guests, offering a space to explore their unique experiences and insights. What does that mean? Because as I say, from the starting point that they're married, I wouldn't have thought their intimate, private, personal life is subject to being spoken about on a public forum, let alone, even just with friends, really. So each episode will feature candid... Well, it won't. It'll probably be about her and how he's demanding that she does this, that and the other. Probably dresses up as a gypsy and he chases her around the garden. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm speculating, obviously. But what is there to say that's sort of publicity worthy? It's very strange, because usually anything she discusses, she's always the victim in it. So is there something... Well, there must be revolutions coming, darlings, or revelations, something like that. Yes?
About the health of their 7-year
He's understandably
marriage.
apprehensive.
An insider told us...
I just read that bit, sorry. Harry is understandably apprehensive about the possibility of their private moments being discussed. Well, why would you be? And why would you be worried about her talking about it? Because you would have thought that your wife wouldn't be discussing that. Unless, as I say, there's something to discuss, you see? There's something varying, you see, variations on a theme.
She will delve into the nuanced and often unspoken aspects of personal relationships and intimacy. Each episode will feature candid conversations with guests, offering a space to explore their unique experiences and insight. However, as topics range from emotional connections to physical encounters, she is bound to spill her own secrets. Harry is understandably apprehensive about the possibility of their private moments being discussed. In fact, he's quivering with fear about the possibility. The guy is terrified. It's just not...
Perhaps he likes getting spanked. You don't know, do you? We don't know. We're speculating. As I've already said, we're speculating.
The dark thing for royals to talk about intimate details of their lives. Harry is worried the girl talk will cross his personal boundaries and he's apprehensive.
So there must be something to discuss. It's obviously a bit avant-garde and out there. It's not the normal, like you'd think somebody that's been married for how long? 7 years? Had a couple of kids. And they were doing it bonking since 2016, so we're getting on 9 years. So, that's all I'm saying, voodoo peoples. That's all I'm saying. We need to clutch our pearls and gather our skirts up and get ready to run for the hills. Yes, and put our hands really, really fastly over our ears. Yes, and closely, and hold them there. Like hell, I'll be all clean ears. I'll be agog.
And my take on this is like,
I'll be laughing.
The type of girl talk that Meghan is going to go for on Confessions of
Yeah,
a
it's
Female
gonna be
Founder,
about,
not Confessions
victim.
of her intimate time with Prince Harry in the bedroom, which let me
spare
tell you
me.
is pretty non-existent
Oh, no,
at the
we've done
moment, but
that.
that's a whole other story.
Done that one, sorry.
She's not going to go there. The girl talk, the intimate moments is all about the things that she promised she would never talk about. You know, her health, her...
Just looking at old Daniel, he's been there, hasn't he? He's been doing the old bronzing. He's been doing the bronzing. But the parting is always like lily white. It's like mine. And the neck, the effect just has... Can I say this? Am I allowed to say this? Is it the lighting? But I just think where the bronzing sort of kind of doesn't really go and blend properly, it kind of makes the neck look like... yeah, well, it could do with a bit of a soak. That's my polite way of putting it, because I'm not sure what's going on. Should we all of us be polite and don't mention it? I'm not going to mention it. I won't mention it if you don't mention it, okay? Is that a deal? Right, we'll move on.
Miscarriage, her pregnancies, etc.,
Yeah.
etc., etc. But what
Was he
this
trying to
story-
bonk her in that pond when she was giving birth? When he was high as a kite on the bleeding laugh? He was probably doing that, wasn't he? That's probably what he was doing. It's a wonder he didn't get his collar felt, get chucked out of the hospital, really.
It tells me is just how
Yes.
weak Harry has become, how cucked Harry has become.
Oh,
The fact that
cuckolded.
he is so
He's an incel.
terrified of what his wife might say.
ain't having nothing.
She is now wearing the pants in this marriage because
Yes.
she is now the main breadwinner. What's
Well,
your take,
you
Andrew?
say she's wearing the pants, you see. You see, Daniel, I know that you know, but usually what happens is in these situations, it's the fact that she's not wearing any drawers that's brought us to this pretty kettle of fish, to which we are all invited to speculate and spectate, and witness and testify, whatever the word is, about it all. So I don't know where we are on it, but am I here for it? Yeah, damn, of course I am. Let's go, Danny. Let's go, Danny boy.
I mean, if she should talk it over with him
Angie,
and see
you're looking
what he's
cool,
okay
girl.
about and what
I
he
love
isn't.
it.
But she obviously couldn't care less,
I like the
and
beat.
he's frightened that she might go too far. But let me say, I don't think she would talk
Don't
too
you
much
go
about
too
her
far.
own sex life
Right.
going back. There's been quite a lot
She'll
of
apply,
rumours
sure.
about what sort of woman she was like, and I think she'll avoid that like the plague.
Yeah.
The other thing about
Well, let's put it this way. Actually, let's not put it that way because I might get into trouble with the YouTube gods. But one would have thought. Now, obviously, again, I'm only speculating because I haven't actually been. I'm not her shadow, so I don't know. But it's out in the public domain that 90210 was a thing. Quite a few scenes was a thing. And she wasn't like Jodie Foster. She wasn't sort of overacting, sexualised for her child actress age. She was well of age, and so when she was simulating, these things, and I have seen snippets on different forums that you can go on of the Marklet. I've seen her in the Altogether. It weren't all, do you get me? Nothing, right? It's a bit cringe. But, yeah, so one would have thought that the Marklet, bless her little cotton socks, was sort of what one might call experience. A bit like Jimi Hendrix. Have you ever been experienced? Well, I would have said yes, you see, darlings. Especially after witnessing the 90210 and even them boxes. She used to open them in a saucy way, didn't she? She did. She used to get them boxes out on that, what's it, programme? Jeopardy. Everything was in jeopardy. The main thing that was in jeopardy was the brazier. That was it was holding on for dear life. It was literally clinging on for all it was worth, that brazier. If she'd have coughed, they'd have popped out. They'd have popped straight out as soon as she opened that box. They'd have fell in for £1.50. They would have done. That would have been it. been the end of the show. So yeah, there's this and there's that to it. So she's not really a sort of wilting violet. She's not Lady Diana, is she? Let's put it that way. She wasn't. She was knocking 40 every day. I know she said she wasn't. I was 36 or whatever she said she was, but she weren't. We all know she weren't. And she's 48 next year, isn't she? No, August the 4th. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's 47 every day of the week. 48 soon. And she looks good on it. I keep saying it, but nobody believes me. Anyway, that's my opinion. And I think, last time I checked, I'm just about allowed it. Honestly, just skirting it. I'm getting there, but I think I got away with it. What do you reckon?
Harry, is that I have never forgiven him for what he wrote in his book Spare, because he talked about William saying his penis was circumcised. Now, I think anyone who says...
His penis is very circumspect, actually. He doesn't put it around the place like certain people we know. Oh, no, actually, he would do, but, you know what I mean, no takers. I mean, not being... You know, the Marklet, come on, ladies. You know, for all her faults, look... That is giving to charity, innit? That's what I've always called a giving to charity. You know, like sometimes, you know, your sympathy, you know, feel sorry. One of them. Oh dear. Well, it saves a couple of quid to Oxfam. I'll just do him instead. There you go, a bit of charity. Off you go now.
And
off
anyone who says that to the area of
got me
the
skin boobies.
Doesn't deserve sympathy in that area.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. It's like Harry. What
Harry
are you
doesn't
doing?
Live here
moaning
anymore.
About your secrets being spilled. Very good point, Angela. I'd forgotten about those awful revelations. He also, remember...
Go on.
Sort of...
Yeah, I know, Dad, but the thing is... Sorry, I know we're all chatting and I'm not invited, but I've sort of interrupted your flow, darling. I don't know whether I even believe it. Why should I believe anything he says? I mean, to be fair, I don't care enough to sort of think, ruminate, think, oh, do I really believe it? But lazily and sort of, you know, sitting here and thinking about it briefly, A, I don't care, and B, I don't really believe anything he says anyway, so why would I, you know, why would anybody believe anything he says? It's just nonsense. He's full of it. He's full of it. He's the one that thought bloody Fox was talking to him telepathically. Do you know what I mean? Just part that up and move on.
Unleashed to the world against her wishes.
It's crazy.
The poor older woman who he had lost his virginity to.
She wasn't an old woman.
Yeah, I was just going to go back to that one. Yes.
Couple of months older.
Yeah. Go.
Like a year older.
You go, Angela.
Yes,
9 months.
She a young woman, a year older than Harry, and he was still at school, and they had a bit of an affair.
Yes,
and that was it. She just went.
Well, that's a very polite way of saying they had a flip in the field. She was a stable girl, you know. And wasn't her name something Walpole? And if you think of Walpole in Britain isn't like Jones or Smith. It's a specific name, and Walpoles go back in the aristocracy, more political class. I think we had Horace Walpole. He was the advisor to, I think, Queen Anne during the Queen Anne. Do you get me? The last Stuart Queen, King, whatever, monarch. And you had Horace Walpole. Didn't you have his son? I think Horace Walpole, or his son was Prime Minister at some time. But it's a specific name. It's not. You don't find many people Walpole, Mr. and Mrs. Walpole. You know, so I would say if you look back on a distant past, I've seen a photograph of. I think they're going to bring it up in a minute. And I've obviously seen photographs of the Walpoles. And yeah, you can see somewhere, you know, generations and generations back. She could be like 15th cousin twice removed. But I mean, the Walpole name is a specific name. Much like Windsor. But probably not as prolific as Windsor. But there you go. That's all I'm saying. Move on.
Normal life.
That's my opinion.
But
don't
Harry
believe.
Decided in
Listen,
Spare book.
Sorry, Ange, darling. Don't take anything I say as real. Just my opinion.
To go through all the details of how his first sexual relationship was
sorry,
like.
Ange, but she did exactly what I was just talking about, because I've just seen this. Sorry, we should have delved in together. That was just given to charity. You know what I mean? Look at her, look at him. You know, it's a charity thing, or too much cider. Well, they're in a pub somewhere, Cotswolds. Yeah, it's too much cider.
Didn't say her name, didn't talk to her, but of course, newspapers,
they got hold
journalists,
of her,
everyone
didn't they,
wanted
somehow?
to know,
I don't know how.
and they found out. And he wasn't the least. Did he apologise? No.
They got hold of her somehow. I don't know how they found out, and it was definitely nothing to do with me listening at bloody keyholes up in London town when I'm going around doing my clean-up. It was nothing to do with me, and if people say it was me that let the bag out the cat and the cat got out the bag and everything, it's absolutely deformation of me. I'm not having it, you know. It was definitely not me. At the time, I was chasing Prince Andrew over the bloody Forth Bridge. Yes, I was. I was trying to hunt him down. Anyway, let's go.
The same thing, no. She was hugely embarrassing.
I was trying to get him to take a photograph of me with my flat feet. So I thought I might make a couple of bucks saying he's, you know what I mean, fond of me. Or something, but, you know, restraining orders, that. And then that Virginia Guthrie got in before me. She's a bitch, that bird.
He's going
back
a very long time. How could he do that? So I don't think he has any right to be frightened of what Meghan's going to say. One, because I don't think she dares to, and two, because he's not exactly been honourable himself.
What has she got to say?
Indeed, there she is, the poor woman.
Sorry, that's her. Well, that's her now, but that was her then. And I mean, look at him. Come on, really? She's a strapping lass. She could throw a horse around. Well, she was a stable lady, wasn't she? So there's Harry looking like a girl that's just been goosed. So anyway, that's that. That happened. That went on. That's history. He diminished her like he always does. Diminishes everybody that's not the Marklet. And now he's worried about the Marklet talking out a bit of pillow talk. Well, it isn't going to be pillow talk if it's on the interweb. Is it? Because as soon as it goes on the old podcast, it will go everywhere. They'll be reading it out Hindustan news, because they're like that. Have you ever watched them? They're more on it than us. They don't bother with the don't care. They just say what they think over there. Yes! They're going to be showing all their sex scenes and everything. Yeah. Do you think they might have made some pornographic films together? What do you reckon? Was it The Prince and the Pea? Or the Pussycat and the something or other? I don't know.
Walpole, who had
Puss in Boots. That's going to be it. It's going to be Puss in Boots. It is. I've just worked it out. Puss in Boots. There you go.
So yeah, I was the older woman who Harry was.
She's just the devil
talking
woman.
About sort of how I treated him.
Learning how to have sex. That's what
didn't she say something about he was riding her like a horse or
riding her like a horse. Right. I don't want to be too rude because it's YouTube, but anyway, 2 seconds later, that was history. So I'm not going to say anything, because obviously I don't want to be vulgar. Do you get me? Especially because it's Easter Sunday. Tomorrow, baby Jesus, well, he was baby Jesus at Christmas, he's not now. He's an adult. They've crucified him. But tomorrow he's going to be resurrected. So obviously, is it tomorrow? It's Sunday. When he rises from the dead. A bit like Barry. Or Barry's Todge. I don't think that's ever going to rise again, is it? He's so terrified that she's going to let out all his spanking secrets. Anyway. He probably makes her dress up like Catherine. Does he get me? Here, stick that gold lame dress on, love. I'll do you from behind. Anyway, that's enough vulgarity for Easter. So, obviously, it's speculation, and that is a thing that's probably over my head. And I'm going to have to go now and put my head in the oven and try to not think about these things anymore, because my mother superior from the dead might start haunting me again. Anyway, I love you and leave you wherever you are. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of Saturday. Hope you have a nice Easter Sunday. I'm going to try and do some parodies tomorrow, but I've got quite a few familial things to do. What with it being a holiday, so to speak. But I'll try and do something to make you smile. Love you all, love you, and I hope you all have a wonderful Easter wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye now.